Hello, today we will be doing our first set of I will split it into 6 groups, part 1 of the tutorials for beginners. I don't suggest going here and watching this if you already think you understand everything. So, beginner tutorial. There. Here we go. Create. Load. Okay. As you can see, I have my tools in a kind of odd way. Here we go. Now, have you ever wondered what all these things are? It may look somewhat little, but if you look, so many tools. Okay, let's get started with our first bar of tools. We will start with the brush. The brush is changeable by, you can add minimum size and maximum size. The minimum size can't be bigger than the maximum size. You use that if you have a tablet of some sort. Okay, now you can also change the smoothness, which, let's say I draw something without smoothness. I'll draw a circle. Then, if I put smoothness 10, look at that. Before, after. Very different. Okay, here we go. Now, we'll always keep our smoothness on 5 so you can still have some choice. Okay, now, so it's changeable. Lots of stuff like that. Now, with pencil on the other hand is not changeable. If you look at that line, change it to 41. Then it changes. That's the way it works. Okay. Now, go to rectangle. What do you expect this to do? Well, what does a rectangle look like? Here we go. Boom. Instant rectangle. This small, big, shrink. It can even be a square. Now, ellipse, circle tool. Very cool. You cannot go diagonally, which is what I've noticed, but you can change it if you'd like to with this, which I will explain later, and you rotate it like that if you're trying to make like a ball animation. Now, polyline, let's say we want to, it's going to follow this. You'll draw your baseline, and then you'll have this line going from the tip of it, and say that. Now, you can just go like that, have some fun. Very cool. See, look at that random line. See, look. See. Now, if we go to brush, look at all that we just did. All that terrible looking scribbles. Okay, now, there's also line, which can go diagonally, forward, backwards, everywhere. Very useful. Now, let's get on to these tools. First, let's draw an example ball to experiment. We can use our ellipse tool for this. There we go. Now, this is the select tool. With the select tool, you can easily rotate things, move them. rotate. You can expand them, shrink them. Now if we go to Contour Editor, click on your line, and see those. I just expanded that. See, you can click like that. You can edit every part of the line. Very cool. See, it's from a ball and now it's that dumb looking thing. Perspective. If you look at that, then you can change it kind of like that. Very useful. And reposition all drawings. Then goes from the tip of it out. Now, let's get to our paint tools. Paint, obviously, paint, black. Unpaint, unpaint. Paint unpainted, it'll paint that. Dropper, say we pick up that, and then pick up that. Now, let's say we pick up that, then it sends us to that color. If it's this, then it'll send us to black. Now, close gap. Oh, if, let's say, don't use the circle tool, let's make that. Now if we use close gap, you can draw close gap right there. Now, if we try and paint it, they'll close. But I'm going to edit. There. Now, you can stroke. Wait, we'll have to put on show strokes, which will be in view mode. Show strokes, which is also okay. You can make invisible lines that no one can actually see. Edit texture. If I will explain texture later. Eraser. You can erase, obviously. You can also change the size of eraser, as if you could 100, boom, really thick erasing. Let's get it back to our usual size. Now, if you see, cutter, let's try and cut that. Huh. I don't use most of these tools because some of them aren't very useful. Now, text. To explain text, wait, get back to, wait, I need to reload this, it's being laggy. Yes. Save. Now, let's get back to it. Toon Studio 8.1. Cool wallpaper. Now, let's go to beginner tutorial. And here we have our stuff. Text. You will click wherever you want it to be. Now let's say, I want to say poop. There we go. You can change it by selecting. So, let's call this a piece of poop. And those are your starting pieces. Those are your starting drawing, erasing, and editing tools. There you go. Thank you. Please like the video and subscribe.